Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the new makeup releases for this week, so if you want to see what's new in makeup releases, keep on watching. This will be a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm traveling for the weekend, so I did pre-film this a little bit, so everything that I missed or that is not revealed yet when I see it, I will talk about next week. Just have that in mind, so it's a little bit of a shorter version, just saying. We do have something new from The Ordinary, which I feel like the last one was the Petite Lip Treatment, if I'm not mistaken. We do have the PHA 5% Exfoliating Lip Serum, which, to be honest, that could be something for me. You should, of course, use this with their stuff. I mean, listen. Sure we do. Sure we do. Does it say how much is it? It's $8.50. So I feel like that is quite reasonable. Of course, it's a little vial. It's nothing like a big bottle or something like this. But I do think this is really kind of intriguing. I do have big and dry lips, so I definitely should use that. Do I though? I'm not sure, but it looks promising. We do have something spooky as well as beautiful by Bella Beauty Bar. We do have on the first hand a design. This is the pressed pigment palette. I think all of this, the whole collection, will be launching on the 1st of October. This one again is the design of the pressed pigment palette. I do have to say the design is really cool. I am excited and I definitely want to see if this is like on the theme, if we have like a lighter side as well as a darker side, if all the colors are quite gloomy. Again, it's a Halloween palette design, you know the drill. And then in that collection will be also a highlighter, and this is the Dark Dreamscape highlighter, and this one seemed to be like a bluish kind of a shift. I do have to say I am way more interested in the eyeshadow palette than I am in the highlighter, but there seem to be a whole collection coming, so I keep you up next week, just saying. But yeah, definitely would want to see that and also maybe purchase that. We do have a closer look of 6 shades of the newest palette by Nomad Cosmetics, and as you can see and tell, this is way a greenish toned palette like I talked about last week. I think this will be the last, at least I have seen the last like hints for the palette. I definitely think there will be a reveal. I don't know if I will blend in a new picture because I don't know if I have time to blend in a new picture of the whole palette or not, if it is revealed when I edit this. But yeah, these 6 shades look stunning. Like, they definitely look like some a little bit warmer green, but also a little bit cooler green. And I do have to say, I do enjoy that. So that could be something. I am quite excited about this. There seemed to be a new palette by DD Signature, and it seemed to be like the roots inspired by heritage and everything. So I'm excited about this. We will see about it. As you can tell, there is no inside or close-up of it yet, but I'm really excited about this one as well because I do enjoy DD Signature. We talked about last week about a sneak peek of the R.E.M Beauty and Wicked collection, and now we do have a close-up. There seem to be 2 blush palettes, a regular eyeshadow palette, as well as some sets for both sides. So there seem to be also some, I think these are lip products as well. Yeah, listen, it's pretty. It's really, really pretty. I do enjoy the eyeshadow palette. They seem to be like a green, brownish kind of an eyeshadow palette. Now listen, I do have these kinds of palettes, like a ton. The only thing I would probably go with is, I feel like the blush palette, if I have to. But other than this, it's cute. It's nothing that intrigues me a ton, so for me this is a skip. We do also have a collaboration between Glamlite and Saw, which, I mean, what did we expect? It is almost Halloween, so of course there will be a collaboration between those two. I do think Glamlite, at least in the last years, like brought out some great Halloween collections, so I'm pretty excited about this one. I just hope, and I think I'm lost on that one, but I think I'm hoping that this is not another like dark tone palette with red, black and gray and white. Like, because listen, I do understand to do it once, but I don't understand to have it like 15 times. So for me personally, I wish that there would be something different in that collection, and something, I won't say fun, you know, but something different. But maybe that's just me. So for me, we will see about it and how the collection at the end then really looks. But yeah, so far it's a maybe. This one is quite intriguing, but just because, listen, I'm at the moment on hunt for an oily eyelid girl liquid eyeshadow. These ones are by Juvias Place. This is the coffee shop liquid eyeshadows, and they're all brown tones, but I do enjoy these. Like, listen, they look really gorgeous. There are at least 2 or 3 browns I would definitely pick up. There's a reddish brown as well, you know, to be honest. So I think this is cool. Should I try these? Maybe they are oily eyelid approved. Moira seem to be giving us new matte lip pencils, if you will. These ones are the Cushion Lip Powder Creams. You can tell there are a few colors. There are reds, neutrals. Listen, first of all, Moira is not as easy to get access to in Germany or Europe, so you have to order this specifically. For me personally, I do like to swatch drugstore or general. I do like to swatch things. The other thing is, I do have dry lips, so I'm appreciating if you do have something more moisturizing, just saying. But in general, if you love a good like smaller lip product, this could be for you. Again, for me, it's 50-50. Hear me out. I think this is a re-release, if I'm not mistaken. I just always see release, maybe because it's a 3-tier palette and not a 2-tier palette like last time, or was it just single palette? This is by Louise. These are the Halloween palettes, and this is the Scary Tale ending palette. And this will be releasing on, or will have released on Friday. And I remember, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that she released like 2 separate palettes, I think. And these ones are the lower ones, like the one with the purple, the yellow, the pink. That was one palette. And then we do have the greens, I think, or something similar, to be honest. I have to say, that was one palette I was really thinking about, because I thought this would be like one of those color stories where you have like something different. And I was like, oh, that looked really nice. So that was something I would have picked up, but then I just decided I didn't. This one is a 3-tier palette, if I'm not mistaken. So for me personally, I don't need all 3 tiers. I would pick one, but there are 3 tiers. We do have also like a red and gray tier. We do have again a green tier with teals, and then we do have the yellow, like the sunset tier. I do enjoy the yellow sunset teal, but I do also like the green. I'm just not the biggest fan of grays and reds, just saying, but maybe that's just me. What do you think? We do have a new product by Nimya Beauty. This one is an eyeshadow palette or shimmer palette with 4 eyeshadows. And this one is the Fourmation palette. And again, we do have 4 different shimmers. I did order that. This should come in when I'm away, but I will do some shorts, reels, whatever with the palette. I think this is cute. We do have a gold, we do have like a more neutral leaning tone, we have a pink and a purple. I definitely want to see how this compares to Linda Hallberg quality, because this is 20 euros and not 50. Just saying. I do have two of the Linda Hallberg palettes, and I really enjoy them, but they're also hella expensive, so I'm definitely want to see how these perform. Also, on that day when I ordered, I also got the free blush, which that is kind of fun. I love that. So just saying, I will show you all of this in short content. We do have the full reel of the Siempre Viva collection. There's a whole collection. As you can tell, there is the palette as well as swatches, and then there seem to be eyelashes. And there's also glosses, which I don't see in the picture, but there should be there. I do think the palette is cute. I do enjoy it. For me personally, there's of course like a really light shade missing, but again, I tell you that all the time, because I feel like I do enjoy to have a good balance between, or at least one really light shade, one really dark shade, and then in-betweens. Depending, of course, on the palette, we also could have variations of more light shades, more dark shades. There is one dark shade in here, which is Immortality, which, that's kind of cute. I think, though, the color story is really, really nice. It is more of a, I would get pink purpley direction. We do have like purples, pinks, like a poppy shade. We do have also a periwinkle shade, which I count, in my personal opinion, as a, as a purpley shade. So that's it. And then we do have one, there's a red, but then we do have one like ochre shade, like a deeper yellow, which, that is random. I have to say, that is random. I don't know why it is in there, but I love it. I wish that this would be a more brighter shade. I'm not sure, but I love it. So I'm not sure. Would you want to see the palette in action? I never tried Davini Beauty, so I could definitely test it out for you. If you want to see it, write down in the comments. Oh no! Charlotte Tilbury is releasing face and eye palettes. Listen, that is not surprising at all. She does have also like an advent calendar, which I'm not showing you, but there is one. These ones are the Hollywood Instant Look in a palette palettes. We do have two different designs, which, I mean, that's better than years before. The Dreamy Bronze Beauty and the Pretty Glowing Beauty. These are $69 each. You get, though, on the other hand, like at least one bronzing shade, two blushes, and a highlight. Could be a highlight, could be also just the matte powder, and then you get 3 eyeshadows, which I think is 1 matte, 2 shimmers. Listen, I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. I do think, for me personally, the like bottom one would be the one I would pick, of course, because the product itself would fit. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, like, the bronzer on the swatch as well as in the pan looks totally different. I feel like in the pan, like when you see it in the palette, the bronzer looks way too warm for me. On the swatches though, it looks totally different, which I'm like, okay. Like there it looks cool toned, but on the model then it looks really warm toned as well. So I'm guessing it's just like not good pictures. This is quite pink though. And I know I will, listen, I'm not in the pink at the moment. I don't enjoy it. I don't like crave pink. So for me personally, I don't enjoy pink at the moment. I like peaches, corals, yellows, oranges, neutrals. I do enjoy that. Couldn't tell by the look of me today. So for me personally, this is just a skip because the color scheme is not my thing. If you love an easy palette that has everything, I feel like with these shades, because even though we just have one matte eye shade, you can use the bronzer in your crease, you can use like the face product as an inner corner highlight, you can use like the cheek product as well in the crease or on the lid or something like this. So in general, I don't think this is a bad idea. You know what I mean? Is 3 eyeshadows my soft spot? No, but again, you can switch all of these in as a like eyeshadow. Is this something I would buy though? No. Personal preference, I don't want the pinks. And again, I feel like the bronzer in that palette is quite warm toned and not in a good way. So for me personally, this is a skip as well. Listen, hear me out. I had to read in 3 different Instagram creators why we have these here. These ones are not the regular E.L.F. Lip oils. No. These are the Glow Reviver Plumping lip oils. Yeah, I had to switch to 3 different accounts. 3. To understand why they are here, because we do already had these. Yeah, they're plumping. They are plumping. $9 each. They're ultra glossy lip oil and they plump. Yeah, that's a skip for me. It is so unfair because the plumping one has an orange and the regular line doesn't. At least in my case, we don't have that shade, especially in Europe or in Germany. At least I couldn't find it. Let's say like this. If there is one, tell me down in the comments, because I hate that we don't have that. I would love to have the orange. It gives warmth. I do like warmth. I'm not happy with that. Just saying. Also, it's plumping. Of course, I don't buy that. If you love a good plumping, you could go with that. Don't forget, Too Faced is the one with the most plumping one. So just have that in mind. But yeah, this one is a skip. Again, it is just because I don't like the plumping sensation. I do have big and sensitive lips. So for me, plumping is torture. So for me, this is a skip. But if you love plumping and you love the E.L.F. like glosses or Reviver oils, this could be for you. We do have the full reveal of the Glaminatrix and Monolith shop palette. This is the Crown Legacy palette, and we do have the inside. Finally, I was waiting for this. We do have like a, I would say also, again, it's just the time of the year. We do have fall and winter. So this one is of course more of a gloomy palette. We do have like purples, teals, greens and mints. I think in general this is looking cute. I'm not 100% sure if I do want to purchase that though. What do you think? Would you want me to like swatch these, use these and look? I think you could do beautiful looks with them. Like the palette itself looks really stunning. I do like the burgundy shade as well as the deep teal. I do love that with the light yellow. I do have to say that warmish kind of green is throwing me off so much. I don't understand why. Like if I cover that up, it is a cool tone eyeshadow palette and I much more prefer that. Is that just me? Do you care about that warmer tone green in there, or do you just skip that and tell your lab I don't need to use that? Tell me down, because I am not 100% sure how I feel about that specifically. A Sheglam collab with Catwoman was also not on my 2025 bingo card. Is there a new movie or something? I don't know. Listen, I'm not into pop culture at the moment. This is the Halloween collection with Catwoman, and this is, yeah, full-blown collection. We do have a blush, if I'm not mistaken. That is the Green Eye, which is a color-changing blush, if I'm not mistaken. We do have an highlight ring, which I don't enjoy. Just saying. We do have some lip stains. We do have an eyeshadow palette, which is the same format as the Matrix one, which, to be honest, I did not enjoy the formula from the Matrix palette, so keep that in mind. But it's also the same one as the Powerpuff Girls, and I do absolutely love the Powerpuff Girls collection, so this could be good, could be bad. It has black, it has a really light blue, which is kind of cute. We do have also an eyeliner, and then we do have the Magic Veil eye mask, which I'm thinking is one thing. I'm not 100% sure though. I think in general it is a cute collection. It is, I feel, not Halloween enough for me, if you will. I feel like the eyeshadow palette is just like a neutral leaning, like movie purpley pinky tone palette. Yeah, I know. I said all of these colors in there. But you see that burgundy shade there is looking brown in the picture, and in the other picture it looks more burgundy, you understand. The lip stains look cute. To be honest, that ring as a highlighter, yeah, it's a no. The cat eye like blush thing is beautiful, but I don't think this will, it will probably be a pink. So for me personally, it's like I think it's good. I think that could be also like a regular collection all over the year, so it's not like Halloweeny. I wish for more color as per usual, but yeah, it's like nah, you know what I mean. We do have a shade extensions for the Patrick Tar Duo eyeshadows, and these are the Major Dimension Illusion eyeshadow duos. Wow, that is, they're $42 each, and we do have like a more mauvey shade, we do have a gold, we do have lighter gold, as well as a more grayish kind of a silver, a warmer tone silver. That is maybe more of that. I think all of them are cute. Will I purchase this? Definitely not. Definitely not. Why? Because it's $42 for 2 shades. Is it worth it? Probably. If you listen, I think it is worth it if you just have like 2 shimmer shades and you will use this till the last drop of that product. Then it is totally worth it. If you don't, because you, as I have 15 million palettes, then this is probably not worth it. Just because, again, we do have so much, like I do have so much shimmers, products, these ones are new as well. So for me personally, it's like, listen girl, you can't like go with everything. And then I wouldn't like, I would probably use that 2, 3, 4 times, and then I would have it in my collection somewhere. And for me personally, that is just not something I wish for a $42 eye duo. But again, if you don't have like 15 million neutral shadows and you're like, listen, this is the only neutral shimmer shades I have and I use them every time I use neutrals, I think then this is worth it. For me personally, it is not. These were all the new makeup releases for this week. Again, this is a shorter version just because I will be traveling through the weekend. So that is why this is a shorter version. Just keep that in mind. Again, everything that will be released then at that time when I'm traveling will be in my next video, in Sunday's video for next week. So just keep that in mind. If you want to also, you can always link me in new releases if you like to. I wish you a beautiful week and we see us in my next video. So bye guys.